Yo, it's your boy JB here, sharing some player props here. And so for week 0, and so there's a couple player props that I am focusing on. And so most of them, starts off with the first game, between Georgia Tech and Florida State. And so a couple of the player props that I like in that one, we'll start with, DJU, quarterback for Florida State. And so there are two ways that you can go about this. The prop that I like the most is his rushing stats. And so typically that line right now is about 20. So I like it, up to 20. If you can get it somewhere like 18, 19, I know it was there earlier in the week and stuff, but I like the over for rushing for DJU. You think about when he was in Clemson about 2 years ago, and so he crossed that. He rushed for more than 20 yards, like at least 10 games that season. And then obviously last year wasn't asked to do as much, but I mean, he still was averaging about 18 yards on the ground there per game. And then you got to think about it's going to be cold down there. They're not really looking to have him throw the ball all that much. I mean, this is a game where you don't have to against Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, horrible run defense whatsoever. So I would have to think that they're going to try to utilize the athleticism that DJU has, and that's going to help him. And I did mention the second prop that I have for DJU would probably be under for passing. I like it if you can find the line at 235, then I like the under there just because it's going to be cold and he's not going to have to pass it that much. I mean, you've got him, you've got Rodell in the backfield, you've got a lot of guys that they're just going to continue to ground and pound. And I think the Florida State's going to have a big enough lead to where late in that second half, they're just going to be looking to continue to run that ball and run that clock. So those are the two player props I like from DJU. And I mentioned, Rodell Williams coming over from Alabama, and he did a tremendous job, in the backup role, rushing for more than 500 yards. And I just feel like, in a game like this, you're definitely going to want to utilize a guy like him and, get him going. So if you can find that line at about 66, I love it at 66. I still would play it at about 73 if they have that line get there. But if you can find it at 66, I know earlier in the week it was a little bit lower there. That's why you got to make these picks earlier. But I do like it up until about, like low 70s when it comes to him. But if you can find it in the 60s, even better. But take the over for Rodell Williams. That is definitely going to hit there. All he needs is really to get a solid 15 carries, and the game goes as it should. He'll definitely, I feel like, get at least 15 carries, I feel like. So I can definitely see him getting over that. And the final player prop that I'm going to throw out there, this is actually the Nevada SMU game, and this is quarterback Preston Stone. And so Preston Stone last year, I know he was averaging more than like 260 yards passing over the course of the entire season here, and the prop line is at 230, already a low line, and that's pretty much close to what Nevada was giving up anyways last year per game. I think this one is pretty much a lock in which he's going to go over passing the ball there. So that's the prop that I like for that one. So those are, obviously not as many games this week here, but those are props that should definitely get you in the right direction there. And best of luck. Hopefully we get week 0 started off in the right direction. But hey, if this was helpful, be sure to press that like button and subscribe to the channel and let your boy know, hey, this was helpful and stuff like that. But hey, let's go out here and make that money. See you guys next time.